Hello everyone, this is Get Set Goal, 6th day of 2018 World Cup. We have 3 matches lined up here for you. First match, Group H, it's Colombia versus Japan, 5:45 kickoff time. Poland versus Senegal, that's 8:45 kickoff time. Whereas Group A, now the second round of the league match is starting. It's Russia versus Egypt and it's at late night, 11:45. Right here in my studio, I have few guests. I have a very gorgeous model and a female actor, Sumi Moktan ji. Thank you so much for coming. As well as I have Prarambha Dalji. He is a football enthusiast, I would like to call you right now. Hey, football enthusiast. Okay. Right, sports enthusiast and more a football enthusiast as well. Looking back at this particular World Cup, there's been so many ups and downs. I would like to call that. This World Cup is full of ups and downs, where results have been unpredictable. Yes. How do you see this? Like, is it fun?
Yeah, I think it's really fun because early as a football ekdam centralized bhaina ke.
Okay.
Which is a good thing.
Powerhouse or something.
Yeah, okay. That means anything can happen in this game, I think. About the underdogs haruko pani euta chance ho. Ani aba पहिला हामीले अब जसले पनि ए ब्राजिलले जित्छ या यो त्यो भने सो चाहिँ अहिले चाहिँ त्यो myth छैन I guess.
Okay.
अनि so basically अनि यसपालि फेरि I think few countries have made it for the first time pani. Jस्तो Panama is like for the first time. Iceland. Yeah. So it's a good thing. So
it's a good thing.
राम्रो भइरहेछ I think.
So for a football enthusiast and a little bit हामीले अलिअलि बुझेर हामी फुटबल हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ एकदमै रिजल्ट्स अनप्रेडिक्टेबल हामीले यो जित्छ यसले आज गेम नहेरौँ भनिरहेको अवस्थामा all of a sudden you are watching this game and your team is not performing at all. तपाईं as a fan कस्तो feel हुन्छ त्यतिबेला?
Well, when you watch a match you certainly have some expectations from at least एउटा player होला दुईटा player होला. For example, Argentinian fans, they always expect a lot from Messi, you know. जब कि त्यो टिममा Dybala and so many other players, Higuain, everyone is there. But when the one guy you've absolutely fallen in love with, the entire duration that you've been watching football for, does not live up to your expectations and perform, it's going to hurt right at the core of your heart. It does, I know. That's how this passion, enthusiasm, everything drives the insanity level na fan ko passion. So it hurts, absolutely does. So this World Cup so far has been about ups and downs, but I think World Cup bhaneकै यस्तो हुनुपर्छ क्या.
Do you not also think football is such a big global game that everybody knows how to play it? And just because there are some superstars, it doesn't mean that smaller nations like खेल्न आउँदैन भन्ने त छैन. And now, हिजो सुनिल थापा दाइ हुनुहुन्छ गेस्टमा. उहाँले he pointed out one very tiny, very good point. अमन अब संसार it's become very small. Internet को जहिलेदेखि invention भयो, you research about any certain player, you give a detail. हैन? त्यो detail पाइसकेपछि you prepare in detail as well. Messi le penalty miss गर्यो भनेर हामी किन कुरा गर्छौं? We should rather talk about how that goalkeeper saved the penalty. So he must have watched Messi's penalty like 1,000 times. Messi le हानिरहेको छ. So that research has become like सबैको लागि चाहिँ एकदम available भइदियो. So now it's become everybody knows how everybody plays.
Yeah, exactly. I was reading one article earlier this morning हैन. त्यसमा चाहिँ के भनेको थियो भने teams like Iceland, what they do is Iceland sends scouts. They have been doing it since Euro 2006 just to study how their opposition play. Exactly, and the penetration of technology is wild now. You can actually get all the videos, errors, keepers, do research on papers, weak foot, strong foot, direction they prefer. Everything is available, and even you and I can do that study on our own.
So this has become so competitive, and that is why it's so beautiful.
That has broken the monopoly in football.
Yes, exactly what you said. Right. So let us kick off with. We do the prediction over here in our program. So we have winners of yesterday's program. Congratulations to you. Your predictions have come out right. It was a big win for Sweden, Belgium, and England. And Universal Sports, obviously, त्यहाँबाट तपाईले gift hamper पाउनुहुनेछ. Now let's move to today's game. So first game, Colombia against Japan. First of all, do you support any? Is there any particular team that you support or? In generally watch football?
Well, it's a hardcore fan though, you know, but मलाई Messi मन परेको कारणले चाहिँ अब अर्जेन्टिना को लागि रुट गरिरहेको चाहिँ हो.
Okay. But for an Asian nation, do you now want, because Iran ले त एउटा win ल्याएको छ.
Iran got very lucky, we must say. But the relentless effort they were putting in that game, it must have made Iranian fans, and as Asian continent ko basinda, you know, हामीलाई पनि एकदमै खुसी लाग्नु चाहिँ स्वाभाविक हो. But yeah, that was a very good result for Iran, and especially it is going to, I think, it is going to bring Portugal or Spain in trouble.
It is going to hurt one big team.
One big team.
They're going to sing. Right. So this particular match, Colombia versus Japan, we have a special guest. Her name is Ganga the Pattu. She does the prediction as well. Yeah. So if we have the clip ready of Ganga the Pattu, let's watch it.
South American parrot.
South American. Well, she did like
walk around for a while.
Walked around for a while, and she did think a lot, but still she managed to pick up Colombia. About last time 2014 ma Colombia le Japan like 4-1 हराएको थियो हैन. Colombia को players हरुको हामीले कुरा गर्दाखेरि James Rodriguez, we can never forget him. Obviously now James सँगसँगै Falcao पनि टिममा आएका छन्. Falcao at the age of 32 is finally getting to play a World Cup.
Recover पनि भइरहेको हैन.
Yeah, but he's recovered and I think he's coming back to his best.
Yeah, I think so. The spell that he did not really shine was when he was in England with Premier League clubs, Manchester United, Chelsea. He went back to Monaco and then he is back to his prime again. So
I think this particular time he might just prove to the world. To the football fans, he's already known. But I think to the general public, now he will finally shine and do good. But James Rodriguez ko kura garne ho bhane obviously Golden Boot winner, 6 goals 2014. Everybody knows him, right? James Rodriguez jasto players haru last time World Cup ma all of a sudden nasuneko player shine bhayera World Cup ma aउँदाखेरि like do you watch football to find those players as well? Do you just watch because you know other players, the known players, Messi चिनेको भएर मात्रै हेर्ने हो कि you find it more fun when you find new players coming in?
मलाई त दुवै हो actually, because मलाई मेसी पनि मन पर्ने, that's the reason why I watch it. तर at the same time अब त्यो पहिला पहिला त्यस्तो famous नभइरहेको, all of a sudden they just start, you know, doing a good job and एकदम rise मा आइरहेको. It's a good thing because त्यसले के भन्छ भने they've really worked hard.
Okay.
So there's a reason why they're there. So
yeah. So obviously because all those 32 teams, they deserve to be there. Every player they've worked hard, they deserve to be there.
They've won the qualifiers and they've struggled a lot to get to this position. So you know, it's
not just 1 month's progress. It's like the whole year.
Exactly.
1-2 years.
In fact, it's a build-up of different levels of tournaments to get there. I know that's what we dream of. Even as Nepal, one day we would want to see our flag.
Our players over there. Just
someday.
And we would want to talk about them sitting over here, right? So Colombia team, like, do you still think they're as good as 2014?
Well, I think they've got better in relative comparison to Japan. You know, Japan used to be a powerhouse of Asian football. Now we are seeing so many other teams like Iran also getting there and coming up with a result that no one expected.
You supporting Japan today?
Oh yes. Well, actually, मलाई चाहिँ के लागिरहेछ भने Colombian team obviously it's stronger by experience, by I mean I think यो Japanसँग के 4th या 5th game हो हैन. अनि अब हैन I think 4th हो किनभने तीनटा दुईटा हारेको है एउटा draw.
What it does to them is it seasons them out. Like you're playing against the best of the players in the planet.
Training every day with them.
Training with them, you're playing against them. You know the strengths, weaknesses, and SWOT analysis. पूरे गरिसक्या हुनुपर्ने चाहिँ मेरो perspective हो. So I think Japan, they have a very good chance. The group is very difficult as well, right? So Poland, Senegal.
So you think today Japan is going to get out something from the match?
I am wishing for a 2-1 victory for Japan.
2-1 victory. Yes. And Poland, you're historically pani ekdam strong nation, Europe nation. Europe and African football, what kind of difference do you find usually when you watch it? Europe and Africa. Is it the physical standard, or do you think technically European team is better than African teams?
I think technically ta hola ni.
Okay.
So मलाई चाहिँ यस्तो लाग्छ क्या जस्तो for example about overall leagues हरुको हेरेर अहिलेसम्मको अब हिस्ट्री हेर्दाखेरि the best के छ भन्दाखेरि स्पेनिश हो जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई हैन. So difference के हो exactly भन्नै सकिदैन मेरो लागि चाहिँ. I really genuinely don't know the difference besides technical difference होला. त्यही होला.
So it's still dominated by Europe and South America, the world football. But emergence of African players have been good and few. But as a team, Like we've never seen a team which can actually come out and win the World Cup. Okay?
Well, I think they're still in the embryonic stage. Asia, our countries, we're still even yet to get to that phase.
That particular phase, where Africa has already reached.
Yeah. So in 2002, France was the defending world champions. First match, Senegal, the same nation. Who would have thought, right? So nations like Ivory Coast, Cameroon, we've seen players like Didier Drogba, Samuel Eto'o.
All the top players.
Now, if you are looking at Africa as a continent, we've got Mohamed Salah, we've got Sadio Mane. Sunday, Leroy Sané Mane. It's not even in the World Cup. So Sadio Mane. So players with physical ability and skills at the same time. Those players, these kind of players, they last the entire 90 minutes. So physical aspect, maybe the opposition, European players, if the squad is there aspects or if African nations can tire the European or South American nations down,
they can get
the balls inside.
They can grind the result at the very end.
Right? Very end.
So this particular game, Poland versus Senegal, hamro pattu pani ready bhaisaknu bhayeko cha. So pattu ko prediction ke cha? Let's take a look. So my prediction is 0-0.
That would be the first 0-0 draw
of
the World Cup 2018.
But I think यसपालि जुन यो VAR system भन्ने नयाँ system ल्याएको छ. Well, referees are being monitored भन्छु म त rather than the game हैन. Because of that there has been many penalties happening and
many not given also.
Given as well. Game move भइसकेको छ. You're coming back again to the same situation. Then you get the penalty. Then you get a chance to score. So त्यो चाहिँ भइरहेको छ. It's somehow getting positive as well as negative impacts.
Controversial so far.
So Poland ko chances हेर्दाखेरि Lewandowski is one player अब युरोपमा आफूलाई एस्टाब्लिश गरिसकेको एकदम renowned Bayern Munich बाट खेल्ने हैन.
Top scorer for a couple of seasons now.
अनि उनीहरुको प्लेयर र स्टाइल भन्ने बित्तिकै फिजिकली पनि well built पोलिशहरु. Physically well built हुनु how important do you see nowadays in the game?
It is very important. I think it is one of the best asset any athlete can have. हैन तपाईको जस्तो अघि उहाँले भने जस्तो स्टामिना इज सो इम्पोर्टेन्ट यसमा तपाईको अब हाइट पनि नट नेसेसरीली सबैको केसमा मेसीको केसमा नभए पनि स्टिल गुड
तर आजकल चाहिँ फिजिकल एस्पेक्ट पनि
exactly because you're going to have tackles, you're going to have like so many players marking you and if there's a player like Messi or Eden Hazard or any top player, Ronaldo you're talking about, there will be like 3-4 defenders circling that player. So you have to have that strength and stamina and obviously skills to get out of that trap and then get that ball to the player who's open up.
See, another important thing is that because they hardly get time to recover because in World Cup, in 5 days time, in 4 days time, in 3 days time, you're playing another match. So you have to be physically capable as well. Right?
Exactly.
Azako orko interesting match, obviously late night kickoff. हैन उनीहरुले अब पहिलो म्याच खेलिसकेका छन् Russia and Egypt. Russia as a host nation कहिलेकाहीँ होस्ट नेसनहरुको बिग्रिरहेको हुन्छ कि ओपनिङ गेमहरु. डु यु थिंक यो जुन प्रेसर हुन्छ नि अब यही हाम्रो रंगशालामा जाँदाखेरि हामी नेपालको गेम हेर्न जाँदा कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ त्यही होम प्रेसरले उसको एकदम गेम राम्रो भइरा हुन्छ कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ डिप्रेस भएर झन् खेल्न सक्दैन के टु मच प्रेसर हुन्छ. रसियाको हाउ डु यु एनालाइज आर दे अन्डर एकदम नराम्रो प्रेसर छ कि आर दे पोजिटिभली प्लेइङ?
आई थिंक दे प्लेइङ एकदम पोजिटिभ वेमा खेलास लाग्छ मलाई हैन जस्तो अब फर्स्ट ओपनिङै हेर्नु न
5-0
एब्सोल्युटली त्यो भनेको इट वाज अमेजिङ. प्लस यो वर्ल्ड कप भनेको वान अफ द मोस्ट एक्सपेन्सिभ वर्ल्ड कप पनि हो अहिले हैन 14.2 बिलियन इज नट अ जोक हैन 35 क्यामेरास सराउन्डिङ देयर. सो आई थिंक उनीहरुलाई त राम्रै नै होस् लाग्छ मलाई. इट्स अ गुड थिङ.
एन्ड आई थिंक यसपालि किनभने रसिया यदि होस्ट नभएको भए वर्ल्ड कपलाई क्वालिफाई हुन धेरै गाह्रो थियो. द स्ट्यान्डर्ड अफ टिम रसियाको चाहिँ हिस्ट्रीमै नै दे कल इट द वर्स्ट टिम. सो गाह्रो नै हुने थियो. बट फाइनली फर्स्ट गेममा 5-0 अगेन्स्ट Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia was very poor, I would say, to be very frank.
Relative comparison गर्दाखेरि पनि performance हेर्दाखेरि performance wise Russia were far better, right? So त्यसले गर्दा pressure चाहिँ एकदमै massive scale सम्म चाहिँ ease भइसक्यो हुनुपर्ने हो. And if they even like get a draw out of today's match, they probably are through to the next round.
What do you think? Will Russia dominate again, win another match, or do you think Salah and Egypt are going to come out with something?
I hope they do. But if not, then Russia.
They're going home, right?
Absolutely.
Because they have to play. And the game, Egypt is going to come out through and through attack game. We have to win. I think they will do that.
It's a pressure match.
Russia
because first game confidence level high. Let's see. Again, back to Colombia and Japan. This first match because Egypt Russia second match. This first match, how important do you see for them to win? Because how pressure do you think Japan is, especially because they are considered a little bit low than Colombia? How important do you think this is? They need a win or not?
For Japan?
Yeah, for Japan.
Absolutely. उनीहरूले त जित्नै पर्ने त्यो प्रेसर त एकदम हाई नै छ. तर आई थिङ्क यसपालि पर्फर्मेन्स चाहिँ अलिकति राम्रै हुन्छ होला जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई जापानको बिकज like we mentioned, like we talked about,
so many players
त्यो let's see about Asian nation पनि हो. I really hope Japan wins.
एउटा difference चाहिँ के आइरहेको छ भने कोलम्बियाका कोच Jose Peckerman, he's a veteran of coach, whereas Japan का कोच Akira Nishimo जो क्वालिफाइङ राउन्डमा चाहिँ प्रशिक्षक थिए उनीलाई निकालिएर निशिमो आएका हुन्. And निशिमोको चाहिँ as a coach it's his first international competitive match. So it plays a big mind game भनेर पनि मिडियामा आइरहेको छ के, because Peckerman it's his 4th, 5th, 6th World Cup and all of a sudden you are up against a coach who is playing his first ever match. So your mind game le pani experience of coach does make a difference ni होइन र?
It does. Experience will beat almost anything, but at the same time, you cannot underestimate the power of underdogs. Right? Just because you're doing something for the first time doesn't mean you're not good enough.
And especially in this particular, we have already seen it.
We've said that so many times. We've seen that so many times. So.
Maybe we talk about Iceland or Mexico, and even I was afraid that Panama is going to do the same thing against Belgium because we never know what's going to happen. And I think that's the beauty of football.
So that's why this is the beautiful game.
That's why it is the most beautiful game in the world. And that's why we all love to wait for 4 years and talk about football and watch football.
अहिलेसम्म हेर्दाखेरि अब अर्जेन्टिना त मजाले रुट गरेर आयो अब ठिकै हैन, but अब म त मेसीको not so good day भन्छु. And you never know अब फेरि है.
So Messi can come up and they can win.
Yeah, absolutely. I really want him to win पनि यसपालि because अब उले रिटायर गरेर फेरि फर्केर आइसकेपछि त्यो entire process मा गइसकेपछि I want him to win.